Hari Om. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter number 2, Shloka number 56. duḥkheṣhv-anudvigna-manāḥ sukheṣhu vigata-spṛihaḥ vīta-rāga-bhaya-krodhaḥ sthita-dhīr munir uchyate. Supreme Lord Shri Krishna says, He whose mind is not troubled in sorrow, who does not hanker after pleasures, and is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady wisdom. The characteristics of sthita-prajna or sthita-dhīr muni, the person with a steady mind, are further elaborated here. Some people may speak in a sweet and polite way, but internally they may harbor negative thoughts or duplicity. Arjuna had asked how such an enlightened person will speak. Sri Krishna, before discussing about speech, talks about the mentality of such a person. The mentality is such that when happiness and distress come, he is not unduly excited or agitated by them. Many times we may not speak our internal thoughts, but our mind speaks internally. For example, in the early morning, when the alarm clock rings, the mind tells us to go back to sleep, even though we may not hear it physically, but we can hear the mind's voice. However, Sri Krishna says, for a man of perfection, even the voice of the mind changes. duḥkheṣhv-anudvigna-manāḥ. Generally, when we face troubles in life, our default assumption is that we don't deserve them. Looking at such difficulties from a karmic perspective, we can objectively see that there are instances where we receive undeserved good fortune, just as there are times when we do not receive what we think we deserve. For example, in exams, students may feel that they studied well but did not achieve good marks, while sometimes the opposite happens. They may not have studied well but still get good marks. Destiny operates in both ways, favorable and unfavorable. Times of pain and sorrow hit everybody, and a wise man is no exception, but his mind does not get bogged down by them. Similarly, in times of pleasure, the one who has no craving, has no thirst for more of that pleasure. Thus, that one who does not feel depressed in times of pain and sorrow, and who in times of pleasure has no craving for more of that pleasure, is the man of perfection discussed here. In the second line, Shri Krishna describes sage of steady wisdom as vīta-rāga, one who gives up craving for pleasure, vīta-bhaya, one who remains free from fear, and vīta-krodhaḥ, one who is devoid of anger. Mind is attracted towards a thing or being only when there is a vasana for it. When the attraction and the relationships of the vasana-driven mind continues with its object of fascination, it is called attachment. When that vasana has ended, the attachment or affection also ends vīta-rāga. When raga is strong, then our fear, anxiety for its safety is great. No one can be more anxious for the safety of a child than his own mother. This fear for the security and safety of a thing is directly proportional to one's attachment for it, which again is an expression of one's vasana. When vasana has ended, attachment, raga, also ends. Where raga is not there, fear or bhaya cannot be there. Anger or krodha is a specific mental attitude which appears in one who experiences separation at the time of loss of cherished objects or persons. These three, passion, fear, and anger, all arise due to the lack of discrimination regarding the eternal nature of the soul. A sthita-prajna or sthita-dhīr Muni does not permit his mind to succumb to the urges of passion, fear, and anger. Thus, his mind becomes situated on the transcendental level. Hari Om. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.